Hello and welcome back. In this episode, I'm revisiting the Stage 4 tune for a second opinion.
The Stage 4 tune working very nicely here on the freeway. Just pulled off the freeway and we're heading here to what's called Mount Sugarloaf Lookout. And freeways down there, some good tracks down there that we'll check out a bit later. But this is, I guess you would call, oh there's a good track, the southern end of the Hunter Valley. So a whole lot of good tracks starting from this area. Down there, up there. So we're going to do I want to say an easy loop today, but it's a shonky tour, so you never know. We're going to meet some other guys up here, so let's go see if they're here yet and start the ride. It looks like we're the first ones here. This is Mount Sugarloaf. Just wait for the other guys to arrive and then we'll get started. So we've met up with Dale and his brother Adam, and we're now in the bush. Oh, some good erosion mounds on this. The purpose of today's ride is to have another look at the Stage 4 and see it in a real world environment on a ride with other bikes. Was my first review just a product of excitement and having something new, or am I really happy and content with this Stage 4? So let's find out. Let's put it to some real world testing on an actual trail ride with other bikes. So I can say straight away that situations like this, when you're not on full throttle, the Stage 3 did have a better pickup for lofting, the front up. This Stage 4 will do it, but you need to be, see, there we go, higher in the rev range and a little bit more prepared for it. So that's one thing I can say straight away. You can see the conditions today are a bit slippery. Whoa! Stage 4 definitely pulling out okay. Oh no. You okay, Alex? What happened?
Just slid out of the back end, just low side slowly.
Okay, but you're okay?
Yeah.
Alright, let me get this over here and I'll help you. Don't, just wait, we'll help you. Whoa. As I said, eyes up. Conditions are treacherous today. Alex is on the T7 and you want to come back, Alex? You want to push? Can you come back a bit further? There we go. Treacherous conditions today on this shonky tour. It's red clay, super slippery. Alex, you can see his marks there. He's come across and just slid down into the, about lost the back end, slid down into that puddle and dropped the bike. Luckily no injuries. As I was saying before, this slow speed stuff, the stage 3, the added bottom and mid range that it gives you is actually a little easier for popping the front up. Now that we're back on the right trail, we shall continue. But yes, the difference is noticeable in the slow speed stuff between the stage 3 and the stage 4. My original test, while I did do some slow speed stuff, I was doing a lot more, riding by myself, doing a lot of, you know, faster top end stuff where the stage 4 shines. So today's about a really good ride to test it in all conditions, and we've definitely got all conditions today. These erosion mounts are steep. Stage 4 is really good for the more open, faster stuff, definitely. But how will it compare overall to stage 3? Well, that's what we want to look at. Well, conditions have really changed now. They're super slippy, super muddy. Oh, so these conditions are hard on the little bike. Alex has got the heavy bike, and more power to try to put down. So here I'm actually happy for the stage 4 power delivery, because it's super smooth. This track's a little better, not as chewed up and wet and slippy. Whoa, Dale's a bit sideways there. Whoa, whoa, whoa. I've just swapped bikes with Dale so we can sample my bike.
That's very impressive. That's a huge difference in power from the standard bike.
Yeah.
Huge. You can't compare the two. That actually goes.
Yeah.
That's fast.
It's fast, isn't it?
It's bloody fast.
Because
This is not standard. This has got a pipe and it's got.
it doesn't feel that much slower than a 450.
This is geared up though. I've gone 1/5 taller on the front sprocket.
We'll go back and we'll do a run past. Don't move.
Yeah, I won't. Don't hit me. No. In the interest of science, we're here on this closed course private road doing a little bit of back-to-back testing. Dale's on my bike, his brother Adam's on a very worked CRF300 F, and that is the difference between the two. Not much at all in it. What do you think, Dale?
Well, like you say, the power is addictive. That's proper power, not just, oh yeah, it's a pipe or an open up air filter. That's serious extra power. I don't doubt one for a minute that's 35 horsepower.
Yeah. How do you find the power delivery?
To me it feels all top end after getting off mine. Yeah. Which has got mine's mid-range, because mine's only got a slip on. It's got an ECU made for that.
Have you got cams or standard cams?
Standard cams.
Yep.
Just the foam air filter, whole drilled box, slip on Yoshimura, and I've got a Triple S stage 2.1 ECU, which I really like.
Yep. And where does that put the power?
It still puts the power between that 6,000 and 8,000 RPMs, but you've still got good low, still got good mid-range punch.
Yeah.
I think the slip-on rather than the full system of Yoshi puts the power a little higher up in the rev range, but mine's sort of mid-range. I would like mine to go from where it is to where yours is.
Yeah.
Like, without losing that would be great.
Yeah. And that's what I'm finding today in the slower conditions and the more mixed conditions. Whereas that has great top end and good pull up top.
If you're racing, this is,
yeah.
I mean, we're talking about fucking trail bikes
yeah.
now, but if I was racing a bike, or if I was off with some mates who are, you know, wanting to get a bit frisky, this power would be good, because you're all going to be top end holding it on. For adventure riding, it's fine, but that mid-range, that little bit more mid-range, without the top end pull that you've got in this.
Yeah.
Yeah, like mine signs off where yours keeps.
Yeah, and that's what I find. I was hitting I'll call it the power ceiling in each gear.
Yeah.
And my one would just pull past that, and the more you rev, the more power you get.
Yeah.
But I think you're right.
To a certain extent, they've all got a level where it drops off. Whether that's 8,500 revs or whether it's 10,500 revs.
Yeah.
Where it keeps making power to, and this certainly makes power higher up in the rev range and for longer in the rev range.
What do you think, Adam?
Yeah, it goes great. It's surprising. Yeah, it's very smooth. I like it. Nice and comfy. Compared to my WR, yeah, but it just keeps winding out. You could probably have lower gear, like a bigger rear sprocket, and it'll probably go a bit faster, because I think it's over geared at the moment.
Yeah, actually that's a good point. I might, because I've got a 39, I might pop a 40 back on and see how we go.
It just feels sluggish on that top. Once you get to the top end, it starts.
Yeah, there's a bit, like I said, that's what I noticed. What I said was a lull. It was just a hesitation initially, and then once the revs built up enough, it took off. But I reckon, yeah, 40 tooth on the rear.
Yeah.
2 or 3 on the back, and it'll still go as fast, but it'll get there quicker.
Yeah. Well, see, that's it. For me, it's got to be an adventure bike. It's got to be able to do everything.
Yes, yeah, I understand.
So, but yeah, I think it might be worth trying the 40 tooth, 1 tooth bigger on the rear.
Back in the bush again, after having a few good drag races and back-to-back comparisons with different riders, and the consensus is everyone loves the power and the rush of this. There is some trade-off range, so I'm planning to, when I get home, pop the standard wheel. I've got a few wheel sets, so I'll pop the standard wheel on with the standard 14 tooth gearing, and we'll see how that does, see how that affects our acceleration and mid-range pull. But this is a great test now. We're doing, you know, trail bike, dual sport stuff. It's not really adventure stuff. It is kind of, but this is more akin to, you know, a trail ride. This is more akin to a trail ride rather than a open adventure ride. So it's a good test for the stage 4. And look, I was able to wheelie over that little puddle there. Didn't get the front up probably as high as I would have liked, but it did come up. So as I said previously in my other video, the first video, it's very smooth and tractable down low. Just need to see if we can give it a little bit more hit down low, and gearing might do that, so stay tuned. I'll figure that out before the end of this video. That's great. Yeah, so this is a Conjiway Valley. Conjiway. And where we're going, If you can just see out in the distance there's a dirt track that winds its way through the valley. We're now, slippy, bit slippy there. Oh, don't worry, I got it. Yeah, that's what happened. The front tire on there and just went down. All right, all good. Systems check. I'm good. See the bike start. And turn that off. Restart. All good. Well, I got mud all through my foot peg. We're now down in that valley that we saw from the lookout. We were, try not to crash again, up there. Now we're down here. I'm just thinking to myself now as I cruise home, what do I prefer? This stage 4 and this gearing is really nice for what I'm doing now, just cruising and general adventure stuff. Whereas earlier in the day when I was riding with the boys and we're on more technical terrain, and you know, I wanted to lift the front up, I wanted to wheelie over things, and maybe it's just the gearing. Maybe I just need a little bit more setup with this stage 4, and it's just the gearing setup. So we'll go home, re-gear, come out and try again. I've just raced home and quickly changed from my 120/90 rear tyre and a 39 sprocket back to the standard 120/80 and a 40 tooth. So I'm going to go back out, see how we go in the bush and on the freeway, and see if there's much difference. I've just done the freeway, and with this new gearing, the freeway's still fine. It does rev, you know, a few hundred RPM higher, but not too bad at all. Just about to head to the bush and see what the difference is where it matters, in the bush. Testing this new gearing and tyre size for the stage 4. And I've got myself in a bit of predicament here. There's a rock shelf down there and rocky shit down there. I'm by myself, so around, and then I'll give you, if I can get up there, an update on this gearing. Well, that was interesting, a little bit harder than I thought getting up from there. One more little log and I'm done. Well, I'm here in the bush and I'm filming on my phone, which I don't like to do, but my GoPro battery's gone dead. I just wanted to update you on the stage 4 with the new gearing, which is actually standard gearing,
1440 with the standard size rear tyre, which is 120/80/18, and it's exact standard tyre that I'm running now. I've found, and again it's hard to say because I'm in the bush by myself, I need to be in that real life situation with others and trying to keep up and matching acceleration to other bikes. But seat of the pants, gearing it down slightly back to standard, has improved acceleration and feel through the gears. As expected, it has affected my top speed. Not too much on the freeway. I was still able to get on that private road a number that I'll show you now. So that's not too bad. That's 5 kilometers an hour down on the previous top score. Maybe a few, I can't remember, I've double checked, but very close. Speed in gears is reduced though. Before I was hitting 105, GPS confirmed in 4th gear. Now I think I'm only at around 80 or 90. I'll double check, I'll see what I can do. But definitely the pull through the gears is a lot better. I'm going to keep it like this and see how I feel after I do another proper ride, probably next weekend, maybe during the week, and I'll get back to you. I think it's just about fine tuning now, this gearing for the stage 4. What I had before previously, the taller gearing, perfect for a cruisy long adventure ride. I'd run that again if I was doing the Outback or something like that. For the ride that I did not too long ago, the Shonky Adventure Tour, I'd probably run this gearing just because it's got a little bit more pull lower down, but we'll see. Still undecided, but stage 4 still very impressive. The jury's still out on which is the best all-round gear, best all-round tune I should say. Hard to say. If you're on the 300L, definitely the stage 3. But for adventure riding and the faster stuff, this stage 4 is addictive, the pull. So, sorry I don't have an answer for you definitive at the moment, but more thorough testing is needed. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.
We're now... Slippy!